Have you ever wondered how to make perfect biscuits at home? The quest for the perfect biscuit is one that many embark on, but few master. It's not just about combining ingredients, it's a delicate dance, a culinary art form. The importance of knowing how to make biscuits extends beyond satisfying your cravings. It's about creating heartwarming memories and sharing love through food. So brace yourselves as we're about to embark on this exciting culinary journey. Today, you'll discover the secrets to making the perfect biscuits right in your kitchen. Before you begin, gather all the necessary ingredients. Our biscuit recipe calls for a few simple pantry staples. First up, we have all-purpose flour, the foundation of our biscuits. It provides structure and acts as a base for other ingredients to shine. Next, we have baking powder. This is our leavening agent, which will give our biscuits that delightful lift and fluffiness. Then, there's salt. A small amount of this will enhance the flavors and prevent our biscuits from tasting flat. Now, on to the butter. Unsalted and cold is what we need. Butter creates steam as it melts in a hot oven. The steam from the melting butter expands between the layers of dough, which results in that tender, flaky texture we all love in a biscuit. Lastly, we have milk. It not only adds moisture but also helps to brown the biscuits, giving them a nice golden color. With these ingredients ready, you're set to start your biscuit making journey. The first step in making biscuits is mixing the dry ingredients. Now, this might seem like a simple task, but it's actually a key moment in our biscuit making journey. You see, the way you handle these ingredients can greatly affect the final texture of your biscuits. Let's start with flour, the backbone of our biscuits. You'll need about 2 cups. Then, to give our biscuits their rise, we'll add 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Don't forget a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda to balance out the acidity in the recipe. Next, we'll add 2 tablespoons of sugar for a subtle sweetness and a teaspoon of salt to enhance all the flavors. Now here comes the important part, combining these ingredients. You might be tempted to just dump everything in a bowl and give it a quick stir, but resist that urge. Instead, use a whisk to gradually mix everything together. This helps to evenly distribute the baking powder, baking soda, sugar, and salt throughout the flour. It's this even distribution that ensures every bite of your biscuit is perfectly seasoned and rises just right. Remember, the goal here is to create a dry mixture that's light and evenly mixed. No clumps or pockets of unmixed ingredients. Once you've achieved this, take a moment to admire your handiwork. You've just taken the first crucial step towards biscuit perfection. Once you've mixed these ingredients well, you're ready for the next stage. The next step is to incorporate the butter into your mixture. Now this is where the magic really happens. Butter, in all its creamy glory, is crucial to achieving that flaky, tender texture we all crave in a biscuit. To start, you'll want to cut your butter into small, manageable pieces. This doesn't have to be an exact science, but aim for pieces about the size of peas. The smaller size allows for a more even distribution of butter throughout your mixture, which translates to a more consistent texture in your finished biscuits. Once your butter is prepped, it's time to get your hands dirty. Using your fingertips, work the butter into the dry mixture. You're looking for a texture similar to coarse crumbs. Now, if you're not a fan of getting your hands in there, or if you're looking for a more uniform texture, a pastry cutter can be a great tool to use instead. Either way, the goal is to fully incorporate the butter without overworking it. Imagine each little piece of butter as a potential pocket of flakiness in your biscuit. When the biscuits bake, that butter will melt, creating steam and leaving behind a small pocket of air. This is what gives biscuits their signature flaky texture. So each little piece of butter you're working into the mixture is essentially a promise of flakiness to come. This step is all about balance. You want to work the butter into the mixture enough to achieve the desired consistency, but not so much that the butter melts from the heat of your hands. It's a bit of an art, but with a little practice, you'll get the hang of it. Remember, butter is more than just a flavor enhancer here. It's a key player in the texture and structure of your biscuits, so give it the attention it deserves. With the butter well incorporated, you're one step closer to the perfect biscuit. Now, it's time to add the milk. A key stage in the biscuit making process, the addition of the milk transforms our mixture from a crumbly assortment into a cohesive dough. Pouring slowly, begin to incorporate the milk into your mixture. As you pour, simultaneously stir the mixture in a gentle circular motion. This is not a race. Patience will reward you with the perfect dough consistency. As the milk soaks into the mixture, your dough will start to come together. It's a beautiful transformation that takes us one step closer to the delicious biscuits we're striving for. Remember to keep the stirring gentle and consistent, ensuring the milk is evenly distributed throughout the dough. Now, here's a secret that every biscuit connoisseur should know. Overworking your dough is a cardinal sin in biscuit making. The more you work the dough, the tougher your biscuits will be. We're aiming for light, fluffy biscuits that melt in your mouth, not heavy, dense ones that sit in your stomach. So when your dough starts to form, stop stirring. It's tempting to keep going, to strive for a perfectly smooth dough, but resist that urge. Embrace the slightly lumpy, imperfect nature of biscuit dough. This is what gives our biscuits character and charm. Once your dough is ready, you're almost there. The promise of warm, delicious biscuits is closer than ever. So let's move on to the next step, shall we? Shaping and baking your biscuits is the final step. It's where your hard work pays off and the delightful aroma of baking biscuits fills your kitchen, promising a tantalizing treat soon to come. Now, you've got your dough ready, and it's time to give those biscuits their shape. Start by lightly flouring your work surface. This prevents the dough from sticking and makes the process much smoother. Then, take your dough and gently flatten it with your hands. You're aiming for a thickness of about half an inch. Remember, the biscuits will rise in the oven, so don't flatten the dough too much. Once you have your dough flattened to the right thickness, it's time to cut out your biscuits. You can use a round biscuit cutter or a glass with a thin rim. Press the cutter straight down into the dough and lift it straight up. Twisting the cutter can seal the edges of the biscuit and prevent it from rising properly. It's also a good idea to dip the cutter in flour between cuts to keep the dough from sticking. Now, let's get those biscuits ready for the oven. Arrange them on a baking sheet, leaving about an inch of space between each one. This allows for even heat distribution and ensures that all your biscuits will bake evenly. And now, for the moment of truth, baking. Preheat your oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Slide the baking sheet into the oven and bake your biscuits for about 12 to 15 minutes. You're looking for a beautiful golden brown color. That's when you'll know they're ready, so keep a close eye on your biscuits as they bake. The transformation from dough to golden brown biscuit is a sight to behold. And the smell? Absolutely irresistible. And there you have it, fresh homemade biscuits that are sure to impress. Just imagine biting into one of these warm, fluffy delights. It's a taste of home, a taste of comfort, and a testament to your skill in the kitchen. Now comes the most satisfying part, tasting your homemade biscuits. The moment of truth has arrived. Your patience, dedication, and hard work have all built up to this instant, the unveiling of your homemade biscuits. The smell wafting from your oven is a testament to your culinary prowess and the promise of a delicious treat. So don't hesitate. Go ahead, take that first bite. Let the flaky layers, the buttery goodness, and the delicate crunch transport you to a world of pure delight. Each morsel is a celebration of your effort and a testament to your skill. Now, if you're wondering about the best way to enjoy these biscuits, we've got a few suggestions. For a classic pairing, try them with a drizzle of honey. Its sweet floral notes perfectly complement the rich, savory taste of the biscuits. Or if you're in the mood for something a little more tangy, a dollop of your favorite jam will do the trick. And for those of you who like to experiment, why not try adding a slice of sharp cheddar or a sprinkle of fresh herbs? The possibilities are endless, and the best part, you can customize your biscuit experience to your liking. So take a moment to bask in the glow of your achievement. You've taken simple ingredients and transformed them into a delicious, comforting treat. Congratulations! You've just mastered the art of biscuit making at home.